So I want you to reference two documents while we're going through the screencast. One is the actual assignment, and then the other is the grading rubric. The rubric is found in Moodle under the rubrics, the top of the course in PTA 201. So a lot of this will make more sense when you actually see the suit. You see a picture of it in the lesson builder. And you will get a chance to put on the suit, hopefully, certainly if you are going to be the patient. And I would encourage you to come into Open Lab and just try the suit on if you don't get the chance to wear it during the actual lab time in 205 lab. So let's just take a look at the assignment for a few minutes just to kind of answer some of the questions you might have. I'll be on hand certainly during lab on Tuesday, and then Susan will be on hand during lab on Tuesday as well. We have done this assignment for about 4 years, so it's not new, and it actually works out okay. It's out good, actually. I've made some changes in the activity. I've been a little more specific, and I'm making it, I've changed the role from a peer to a actual family member. So I think if you look at this assignment as a treatment, that will probably help you. Think of it perhaps as a skill check too. That may be helpful to you as well, because we are capturing a lot of what you've seen in other skill checks in this activity. So what is the goal of this activity? The goal objective is laid out in the actual rubric. So if I look at that, go back and forth. The purpose is to certainly apply your knowledge of the various body systems in the ICF model, completing a series of activities, and create a home exercise handout for your patient who were in a geriatric suit in lab. So I'll pull these out from the 201 objectives for the course, or from the lesson builder, discussing the role of simulated system changes common among older adults, physical environment, and PT interventions to match as able to clinical settings, specifically the geriatric suit activity, and demonstrate competency in selecting, applying, safely assisting in physical therapy interventions for the older adult with a compromised sensory and neurological balance, and cardiopulmonary systems in a simulated environment. So these are the outcomes that you see in the syllabus. And here's a rubric. One in your group of 3 or 4, or maybe group of 2, likely group 3 or 4, especially the Eugene campus where we have 20 of you. One of you will be in the patient role, be wearing the suit. One of you will be the SPTA. And then 1 or 2 of you will be the family members. You'll be the helpers of the SPTA, but you're going to really maintain your role as a family member. I'll talk about that again later. In other words, you're not going to go on as the helper or the family member with having knowledge as an SPTA. You're going to not understand medical language, and that's where we really want to capture the SPTA role of using patient-centered language. And then you're going to develop an exercise, and this is the SPTA role for the patient. And you're going to work on this in group. It's a group project. There's not going to be 20 submissions. So that should help. So here again, go back to the activity. We're talking about it being a group assignment. So if you're doing a group of 3 or 4, only one of you will submit the submission, and you'll be graded as a group. So I'm not grading 20 assignments. I'll be grading likely more like 6, 7, or 8 assignments, which you'll submit in Moodle under the assignment role. Not assignment role, excuse me, under the assignment. So just briefly going through, so as a patient, you're going to wear the geriatric suit activity. There'll be different challenges to your different body systems, and the reflection questions are what you're going to be reflecting on after the activity. I do encourage you to videotape this. I'm asking you to videotape it. Not so much to submit it to me, although that may not be a bad idea if there's questions in grading, but at least to have as a reference to kind of look at how you did as the SPTA, for example, or as the patient, or as a family member. How realistic were you in your role? And then the SPTA role, this is really important. You have, we're going to go over activities later, but these are kind of the things that you're going to really be assessed on as you submit your assignment. It's a treatment. You're going to be performing a treatment. Look at it that way. It's the family member role. Lastly, one or two of you, you're going to assist as needed, as directed by the SPTA. Again, without having the knowledge yourself as SPTA members, you're going to put on the family member hat and have no medical experience. And they're going to ask you to help out. And that may be putting on the suit. That may be assisting the patient in doing some step-ups or climbing some stairs or doing some of the other activities. But you're going to be very green, in other words, not having the knowledge that you have as SPTAs. So, and then we're going to get into the functional activities, all the safety, red flags, right? As the SPTA, you're going to wash your hands. Gait belts can be on the patient at all times. And if you videotape it, you are going to videotape. It's not if. You're going to, I can see if you wash your hands or not. And you can see that. But you are graded on that. That's very important. It's a red flag. And there will be a significant point deduction if you don't do that. It won't be a fail. It'll be just a deduction, right? And significant, because that's big. So here's the activities. Briefly, gait training. Another gait training using a single point cane, so you're making it a little more challenging. Starting out more conservative, and then you're making it more challenging as able. It's your role as the SPTA. You determine if these adjustments are safe for that patient. Okay, then you're actually going to be performing a open kinetic chain activity while sitting on the physio ball. There's a challenge if it's safe and appropriate. And some dynamic reaching activities. And then another dynamic reaching activity, instructing the family member. Or including the family member in the activity. You're instructing the patient, but you're including the family member. And then creating the one-home exercise. And this is going to be done as a group, as part of a group submission. And something that I can see. So that's basically it on this. So bring this along with you to lab when you do the activity on Tuesday, and I'd recommend bringing a copy of the rubric as well. And look forward to seeing your assignment once submitted.